Picture this 75,000 years ago, the Earth's trembling like it's had enough of us. The ground rips open, and then boom! The Toba supervolcano erupts with the fury of a billion Hiroshima bombs. Imagine the sound like 1,000 thunderclaps at once, shaking the ground under your feet. What would you do? Run? Hide? Pray? This is an explosion so big that it was felt on multiple continents. All at a time before technology as we know it even existed. Ash blankets the planet for years, decades even. The sun's a ghost, and humanity, we're down to a handful, maybe 10,000 survivors, scattered, starving, clinging to hope. This is our closest brush with extinction. Total annihilation. Think about it, 99% of humans gone. Just like that. What must it have felt like to be one of the few left standing? But here's the twist. We don't just crawl back. We explode with creativity. Cave painting, tools, culture. It's like someone hit the reset button and upgraded the software. How? Was Toba just a volcano? Or did it fracture reality itself, letting something bizarre slip through the cracks? Welcome back to Whole Ass Things. This is episode 2 of our Fragmented Field Resonance series. We're tearing into it, so buckle up. This one's going to blow your mind. Let's paint the picture. 75,000 years ago, Toba, a supervolcano in modern-day Sumatra, Indonesia, goes full apocalypse. This isn't some gentle lava trickle. It's cataclysmic. Scientists figure it blasted out 2,800 cubic kilometers of ash and rock. Imagine burying Texas under 30 feet of volcanic fallout. That's not just a mess, it's a death sentence for ecosystems. Plants can't grow, animals can't eat, and humans? We're scavenging for scraps that we're lucky to even come across. The roar's deafening, heard across continents. Think thousands of miles of earth-shaking chaos. Ash rockets into the stratosphere, spreads globally. India's got ash layers 20 feet deep from this beast. The sun's dimmed for years, maybe a full decade. Trapped in a volcanic winter. Temperatures plummet 5 to 15 degrees Celsius. Plants shrivel. Animals drop. Ecosystems implode. It's like the planet hit the mute button. No birds, no bugs, just silence, cold. How do you survive that? Humans? We're on the ropes, down to 3,000 to 10,000 survivors. Tiny bands in Africa, Asia, maybe Europe, fighting to breathe through the ash. Ice cores from Greenland scream sulfur. Proof it hit everywhere. Lake Malawi's sediments go dead. No life for a decade. This is Earth's hard reset. But then, plot twist, we don't vanish. We rebound. And not just with spears and fire. We came back with ideas. Big ones. Stay with me. This is where it gets a bit freaky. Toba nearly wipes us out. Population crashes, ash everywhere. You'd expect us to hunker down, hunt, barely survive. Wrong. Within a few thousand years, by 70,000 years ago, humans go wild. Lombo's Cave, South Africa, 73,000-year-old ochre with crosshatches, shell beads, jewelry. Sulawesi, Indonesia, hand stencils, animal sketches, 40,000 years old, but tracing back earlier. Chauvet Cave, Europe. Lions and rhinos painted with 3D flair. 35,000 years ago, built on older roots. These aren't just doodles, these are masterpieces. Imagine being the first person to think, I'm going to paint this lion on the wall. What sparked that? And during a time whenever your very existence is just surviving. This isn't scattered, it's a global creativity explosion. Tools evolve as well. Pre Toba, it's basic stone. Post Toba, Middle Stone Age kicks in. Sharp blades, bone hooks, fishing gear, burials turn symbolic. Ochre, grave goods, trade starts. Shells moving hundreds of miles. It's like our brains got rebooted, then supercharged. How do we leap from grunting to art galleries after such a massive, massive event? What's the spark? Trauma? Aliens? Divine intervention? Stress drives invention, sure, but this fast? This synchronized across continents? That's where fragmented field resonance comes in hot. If you caught episode 1, FFR, Fragmented Field Resonance, says consciousness isn't stuck in your skull, it's a quantum material field linking all life, maybe all realities. Intense emotions, fear, awe, despair, fracture it. Shards scatter across the multiverse, then snap back, glitching reality. Small glitches, Mandela effects. Berenstain Bears flipping to Berenstain. Big glitches, Toba. Imagine those survivors. Skies choked with ash, stomachs empty, terror at 11. That shared trauma could have shattered the field. What if their fear was so intense it broke something cosmic? What if that crack let in ideas from another world or another universe? Shards from other realities, smarter humans, stronger humans, that seeps in. The field stitches up, shards fuse, and boom, our minds rewrite. Scratches become art, rocks become tools, flickers become culture. Quantum science vibes with this. Penrose and Hameroff's OR theory says consciousness is quantum. Microtubules in your brain collapse superpositions into thoughts. Toba's chaos could have synced survivors' quantum states, pulling multiverse echoes. Entanglements legit. Particles tied across space. Plants use quantum tricks in photosynthesis. Why not us? Toba's desperation might have been the key. A field fragmented, then fused with something extraordinary. What if we're not just us anymore? What if Toba patched us with code from another dimension or another universe? One that had different growth than ours did, but that shattering and that fracture caused it to mix with our universe's consciousness. Time to geek out. Quantum mechanics is insane. Particles in two states until observed, entangled pairs talking across galaxies. Biology's quantum too. Photosynthesis runs on coherence. No energy wasted. Birds navigate with entanglement. Quantum eyeballs, people. Birds are out there with quantum GPS. Why can't we pull multiverse tricks too? Maybe we just don't understand enough of it yet to be able to use these things like much of nature does naturally. So humans tapping quantum fields? Totally plausible. OR theory says microtubules in your brain host quantum events, superpositions collapsing into consciousness. Critics shout brains are too chaotic, but 2007 photosynthesis studies say chaos works. Quantum states thrive in mess and chaos. Now, Toba, global trauma, survivors' minds locked in fear, quantum spikes firing everywhere. Could that pull a shard from another reality? Post Toba art, Blombos, Sulawesi, Chauvet, drops right after the ash settles. Coincidence? No. Timing's just too perfect, and I don't believe in coincidence. Quantum weirdness might explain how we jump from grunting to genius essentially overnight. FFR says Toba didn't just break us, it reprogrammed us with something cosmic. Post Toba, we don't just recover, we conquer. 60,000 years ago, we're sailing to Australia. 40,000 years ago, we outsmart Neanderthals. Better tools, bigger dreams. 11,000 years ago, Göbekli Tepe. Hunter gatherers build massive temples before farming's even a thing. Then flood myths Gilgamesh, Noah, Manu, Hopi, all post Toba, all about water resetting the world. Why floods? Why the same story across cultures? Is it a memory of Toba's chaos or something deeper? My Flood Myths video, 30 minutes of why so aligned, connects here. Random or Toba's ripple? What if Toba upgraded us? Field fragment realities bleed and we're hybrid coded. Cave art's the beta. Lombos, 73,000 years ago. Göbekli Tepe's the evidence, 11,000 years ago. Flood myths? Shard memories echoing through time. UFOs, alternative histories, spiritual threads. Could these be Toba's fingerprints? It wasn't annihilation, it was a launch pad. What if Toba was the spark that lit the fire of human civilization? Where does that leave us now? Toba, volcano or reality hack? You decide. Episode 3 is going to be coming soon. We're going to be revisiting flood myths through the FFR lens this time. Why is every culture obsessed? Make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button. Share this if you want to help our channel grow here. Seriously, hit me with your theories, people. What do you think Toba's hiding? Where do you think all this came from afterwards? This inspiration? Forward to hearing from you. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.